All right, everyone, welcome to our next live session. This is John Cora. I'm Jan's client care specialist, social media specialist, and community outreach specialist. I'm sitting here with Amber Sims and Brooke Watkins. They are from our case management team. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
We're, of course, once again going to talk about everything Social Security disability. As you guys probably know by now, because we've been doing several of these, Amber is our case management team leader, and Brooke is a case manager. They're both non-attorney reps. They've got a lot of special training. Amber, how long have you been with the firm?
5 years, 2 weeks ago.
Awesome. Brooke?
It'll be 6 years in January.
Well, that is outstanding. So we are, of course, just doing our live broadcast here. We got some questions ready to go. These two ladies are going to ask them or answer them for us. And I'm going to start with Brooke. Actually, I'm sorry. No, sorry, Brooke. I'm going to start with Amber first because I had this question come up with a client recently, and I think you're going to be the person to answer it for me just because I know you've dealt with this before. And what we want to know is, what is a fee petition and what do clients need to know about it? Because I've heard it before, but I know you're going to be the one to answer that question. So what is a fee petition?
A fee petition is basically a long list of proof of all of the work that has been done on a client's case, down to phone calls, any type of in-person meetings, anything that we have to do, like assisting with forms, requesting medical records, prepping your case for a hearing, going to the hearing, things of that nature. So it's really just a breakdown of literally down to the minute and hour of all the work that was dedicated and put into the client's file. And we use those to show the Social Security Administration, like, hey, this is our proof, this is what we did. Clients are provided a copy as well. And we only have to do fee petitions in certain scenarios, but when we have to do them, they're very time consuming, and it goes to show how much time and effort was really put into that case.
But it's not something that the client really has to worry about themselves,
No,
correct?
absolutely not, no. The clients don't have to worry about filing the fee petitions. We do those. We have to do them to ensure, in certain scenarios, that we're actually paid.
Okay, Amber, I'm going to stick with you real quick because we're in this whole talk about fees, and that reminds me of another question I had that is along the same lines. Back pay. Back pay seems to be an issue for some people, and something can happen that will hold it up, or some things. And what are some of those things that can hold up someone's back pay? Because I know if it was me, and you're waiting all these years to get approved, and you get approved, and then you're waiting for your money. But if you can shed some light on that, might clear up some issues for some clients of ours.
Sure. When it comes to back pay, there are a couple different scenarios that can happen. Of course, the way that we want it to go is that you get approved, you get your back pay deposited, and your check starts, and everything is great. However, we all know that things don't always go according to plan. Going kind of back to the fee petitions, if we have to file a fee petition, that means we took your case to a higher court and it came back, or you had a previous representative listed on your case, we have to do a fee petition at that point. We cannot do that until the National Payment Center generates your approval letter, which shows what your monthly benefits will be, what your past due benefits are, so then we know kind of the figures that we're looking at. That's the key thing we wait on. Depending on how long it takes the payment center to get that letter out the door can kind of hold up how long it takes for us to file that fee petition. But something that's good about that is the Social Security Administration will withhold so much money for those attorney fees. Will release the money to you that they didn't withhold. We'll file the fee petition, and any fees that we don't ask for, Social Security basically refunds that to the client. So the money is held up for a little bit, but then it's released to you. But another thing that can happen is causing your back pay being delayed is if you have applied for both SSI and Social Security disability. When you are filing concurrently, they do SSI offsets because SSI is a needs-based program. So when Social Security is calculating your back pay at the end, they have to ensure that they're not overpaying you because of the one program. Another thing that can happen is workers' compensation can cause you to have an offset as well on your back pay. So Social Security does take their time on those things because they again, I want to emphasize, they don't want to overpay you and they don't want to underpay you because that can kind of get into some sticky situations and it's not necessarily a bad situation to be in. I know that people want their back pay right away, but sometimes allowing that time for everything to be processed correctly is kind of essential.
Okay, wonderful. So we are going to take a quick break. We have lots of more questions to ask on the other hand, or on the other side, I'm sorry. But we are always happy to answer any questions. So if you have any questions, please comment below. We'll be happy to answer those for you, but give us about 30 seconds here. We'll be right back.
If you've been involved in a car accident without the right attorney on your side, insurance companies can be hard to deal with.
No, we will not cover that.
Totally unacceptable.
No, we are not responsible.
Wrong again.
No, you're being unreasonable.
Really? I'm Jan Dills. And if you've been involved in a car accident, insurance companies are going to tell you no.
No, not covered. No, we will not pay for that.
That's why you need an attorney that won't take no for an answer.
All right, and we're back. So you guys just saw a commercial for our personal injury team. Once again, if you have personal injury, Social Security disability, VA disability, we handle all three of those types of law. We're happy to answer any questions you have. Just call us 1-877-526-3457. We do offer free consultations for all three lines of business, so call us today. But today's subject is all about Social Security, and I'm going to shoot this next question to Brooke because I know she has worked with a lot of our clients on this question. I've actually overheard you talking about it because we sit so close in the office, and Brooke is definitely a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Social Security as a whole. But what I want to talk to you about today is auxiliary benefits. I've heard that term a lot. Personally, I'm not sure what it means. I'm like, is it about like something for your car you plug into the radio? So tell us, what are auxiliary benefits and how does it affect our clients?
Okay. Auxiliary benefits, that is actually something that minor children can draw off of their parents once they become disabled. Please, clients, tell us right out of the gate when you're signing up with us if you have minor children. That way, your filing date will be the same as, or your children's filing date will be the same as yours, the productive filing date. So you don't want to lose out on those benefits. Definitely let us know if you have any minor children in the home. Also, with these benefits will vary. It does, of course, there's your primary insurance amount, what you're going to receive once you're found disabled, and then there's a family max. So the difference between the two will actually is the number that your child could draw off of you once you're found disabled. That difference there. So it does vary. Social Security does calculate those benefits. They do make that determination. Now, of course, the minor children can draw benefits up until the age of 18. So it doesn't even matter like what grade they're in school. It's the age 18.
Brooke, I want to ask you, along the same lines, you mentioned like you would tell us ahead of time if you have children, but also, these cases take a while. Yes. So if you do, have a child, or even if you get married and someone brings a stepchild in, let us know then too, right?
Yes, absolutely. Let us know anytime throughout the process. If you forgot to tell us at the beginning, that's okay. There are times, of course, that children do come into play throughout the process. So just let us know. Keep that line of communication open with us all the time. And like I said, I'd hate for you to miss out on any additional benefits that you will qualify for or your children will qualify for off of you. So make sure that line of communication is open with us all the time. We'll relay that information to Social Security as well. And at the end, once you are approved, if you didn't tell us before that you had minor children, let us know right then. Because then, of course, we want you to speak with Social Security to determine if your child will be eligible to draw benefits off of you. And again, this is for SSDI. This is for that Social Security disability, not the SSI program.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Brooke.
You're welcome.
You're always a wealth of knowledge, and I do appreciate that.
Thanks, John.
I'm going to shoot back to Amber now for this next question, because I know you work with like Gowan and a bunch of the attorneys, and sometimes they have pre-hearings, which obviously, just by the name, that comes before the hearing. I'm not 100% sure what happens at a pre-hearing. Can you tell us like what a client should expect and why we use pre-hearings for their cases?
Sure. A pre-hearing is about 45 minutes to an hour long, where you can either complete those over the phone or in person with your attorney. That gives your attorney the time to kind of tie up some loose ends, to clarify some information, just so that they're completely prepared to go in and make the argument on your case. That also gives you time to ask your attorney questions, because what happens is our attorneys, they frequently see these judges. They can let you know kind of what to expect, which judges are going to ask more questions versus others, just to kind of give you that sense of comfort. Because you think a hearing, you think of things that you see on TV. These hearings are pretty informal, not anything to be too scared about. But again, just the main reason for the pre-hearing ultimately is to make sure that your attorney is completely prepared to make the argument for your case. So
That's really the time for the client to ask any questions they have too. And
absolutely.
I think all of our attorneys, we have several of course, but all of them do a good job of explaining what to expect. Because I know if it was me, I'd have a lot of anxiety about, oh no, what if it's a video hearing, or how many people are going to be there? I might think it's like Judge Judy or People's Court or whatever, but you work with our attorneys too. They do a good job of making everyone comfortable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And honestly, the hearings that I have been to, they were by video. There's a hearing reporter, the judge is on a video screen, you're there with the attorney, and you get asked questions about yourself, not trick questions, and that's where the attorney really during that pre-hearing kind of breaks it down for you, goes over what types of arguments they may make at the hearing, and kind of what to expect.
Awesome. Well, Amber, as always, I appreciate that great insight for our clients. We are going to take another quick break, and then we're going to finish things up on the other side, but take a quick listen to our latest VA spot here, and we'll be back on the other side.
You never thought it would end this way. You served with honor. And now, to fight through bureaucratic red tape, like a nameless, faceless number instead of a person. To feel invisible, like everything you gave was worthless. If you're a veteran fighting to get the benefits you deserve, we can help. I'm Jan Dills. I've tackled government bureaucracy for more than 20 years, and we won't take no for an answer. You fought for this country's honor, and it would be an honor to fight for yours.
You got it.
Coming back. All right, and we're back. We hope you enjoyed that spot about our VA disability compensation line of business here. Definitely check us out if you're a veteran, because you guys both know we have a lot of clients who do both Social Security and VA disability.
Absolutely.
Of course, Social Security wants to know if you're disabled or not, and VA wants to know if you're disabled from your time in service. So we have a whole team upstairs dedicated to VA disability. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, you'll see a preview for our next Facebook Live starring our superstars from the VA team. So be sure to check that out. But we're currently sitting here with our superstars from Social Security. I got one last question for Brooke I want her to answer. Before we go to the question, Brooke, what do you do here?
I'm a case manager.
Okay, Brooke, what does a case manager do? Please tell us.
John, that's a great question. There is a long, detailed list of our job description. But to make it short and sweet for you, I'll put it to you like this. We advocate, we educate, and we investigate. That's the way I like to explain it. So when we advocate, of course, we're fighting for you. We want you to be approved. We want you to get your benefits. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you, guide you, direct you, point you in the right direction, and lead you where you need to be. Making sure that the communication with Social Security, of course, is open. We do that for you. So we try to take as much off of your hands as we possibly can. There are some things that you have to do yourself, but typically we try to take care of everything for you. Even a lot of behind the scenes work that we do with Social Security that many of our clients don't even realize that we're doing. As far as education, we educate our clients to help them understand the process. there's a 5-step process with Social Security, and sometimes it becomes frustrating, very time consuming. And we have these clients from the time they walk into the door and they become a client, they're with us. You're with your case managers until you're either approved or until you have a hearing scheduled. So you're with us the majority of the life of your claim.
Wow.
So we do focus on education. We provide them with what they need to be telling their doctors, what type of tests they need to be asking for. So that education is very important. And like I said, that process, it's a long process and it's very frustrating at times. So we try to make our clients feel as comfortable as possible throughout the process. And as far as investigating, John, we do that the entire time. We're collecting medical records, we're building clients' cases. Ultimately, in the end, we want to get you approved. So our investigation is from beginning of the claim to the end, trying to collect that medical evidence, getting those records so that we can get your case approved.
You guys do a wonderful job, and there's 2 people for each client, essentially, correct? Like, so you have a partner.
Right.
Who's your partner?
Joyce.
Joyce. You and Joyce do a great job, of course.
you.
And then I feel like you guys really get to know the clients, and you almost become like friends with them in a way, because something a lot of people don't get is that when they win, we win, and we've been on that journey with them the entire time. And you mentioned, how long you've been here. I've been here 7 years, so I like seeing clients win also. It's personal for us too.
Yes.
So, well, Brooke, thank you so much for that insight about your job duties.
Yes, you're welcome.
And we are getting ready to take off, but I want you guys to talk about that book that's in between you there, that free disability guide. That was written by Jan a few years ago, and it's a great guide. They can get it where?
They can either stop in the office and pick one up, or we can actually email you a virtual copy. So it's nice to have just on hand.
And we'll even mail you a physical copy if you want a physical copy. Just go to jandills.com. That address is on the screen right now. I've looked at that. I've gotten so much insight from that book, and it's completely free. We're happy to send it out to anyone. If you've never applied for Social Security before, or you have and you've been denied, it's a great book with lots of great answers. So any last words, guys?
I think we covered pretty much everything. So
And we will see you again next month in August. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Here's a preview for our next Facebook Live video, and then we'll see you next month.
Jan Dill's attorney at law. She won't take no for an answer. You tried to collect, but you were denied your Social Security disability. The bills are piling up. You don't know where to turn. Get the money you deserve. Get the